Hey, Aloha offline sharks. It's Friday, which means it's the Aloha Marketing Jam session. I'm Tom Gaddis, my business partner, and I guess my only friend in New York City right now, Nick Ponte.
Hey, how's it going? No, the other Nick is here, actually.
Oh, I did see he went there, yeah. I meant to ask him if he was going to see you, but he left before I got a chance.
Yeah, I spoke with him today. We're gonna go for a little tour down at the World Trade Center Monday.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, hey guys, we have an awesome Friday marketing jam session lined up for you. We've got a special guest. We've got a lot of shark shout outs. We're going to talk local marketing. We're going to take your questions. We're going to do all that stuff. So if you haven't already, grab a cool drink, get in a comfortable chair, and I am going to cue the intro.
Are you ready for the fastest 60 minutes of local marketing strategy, tactics, tips, and fun on planet Earth? It's now time. The moment you've been waiting for. After 167 agonizing hours, they've returned. Broadcasting live from their island retreats, smack dab in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and now back for a brand new Sharks Live show. It's your hosts, the Offline Sharks, Tom Gaddis and Nick Ponte.
Yes, listen to that crowd out there, Nick. They are fired up. That's awesome. I see people are coming on. Aloha, everybody.
You forgot to mention that we're going to you summarized the whole live, but you forgot the part about giving away Cash App money.
Oh yeah, you can never forget.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Dollar. Ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
I just had to get that in early.
Should we just do it right now, just right off the bat?
Yeah, this will, you know what? This will reward the people that showed up early.
Yeah, let's do that. What do you guys think?
Reward the people that showed up early, that were on time, that were, as they say in the business world, professional, right? You're a professional when you show up on time. Yeah.
And so I'm going to ask a question in a second here, guys, but on another note, real quick, put a yes in the chat if you would rock a t-shirt with the money shark. Maybe you want to, can you throw it up again real quick?
Oh, I can show them that.
Yeah, show them the image.
Okay, hold on. Let me find the image while you're getting this. We weren't huge fans of the. Hold on, let me find this. Where is it at?
We've been making some shark swag. It's super high quality, which is why it's been taking a while. We went through so many different variations.
Oh
of
my
vendors
gosh, it has been insanity. But let me share our screen. So this is just like a very, 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 very rough.
It's a prototype.
First look, right? So we're thinking a shirt like this that says something like Offline Sharks, Maui, Hawaii, maybe under the shark. We're talking about changing the maybe the font and stuff at the top. But what do you guys think about something like this?
Can you zoom in on it a little bit?
Can I do that?
Yeah, right there, that little slider below it.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There you go. What do you guys think? Let us know if you would rock that.
Look at those special effects.
Oh yeah, guy says he'd wear it. Awesome.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing that. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so what are you gonna do for a Cash App giveaway this early in the show?
I'm trying to pull up my my notes real quick. There they are. I got them. So
okay,
yes, we're gonna do a question. So first person to answer this question correctly is going to get some Cash App money, and we're doing a little early just because, well, Tom played the theme song early, but you never know. So you always want to show up live, quick, on time, because if you're not on time, you're late. So what is the first name of the Offline Sharks team member featured in our May edition of our newsletter?
Oh, that's a good one.
So
When you said if you're not on time, did you say not early, you're late? Is that what you
if
said?
you're not on time, you're late.
Oh, I thought it was you're not early, you're late.
No,
That
if you're
reminds
on
me.
time, you're late. That's what it is.
Yeah, if you're on time, you're late. You know, that reminds me of that Ricky. You remember the Ballad of Ricky Bobby when he's like, if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's
Love
just
that
something
movie.
I said when I was drunk, boy. And he's like, but I based my whole life on that. I don't know why that part cracks me up so bad, but every time I think about it, I chuckle. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay. Who is, I got to look. I actually have to look down in the notes.
So for those
what-
of you that don't know, we have
is.
our newsletter. It's called Shark Bites. And in our newsletter, we like to throw a shout out to one of our team members every time we put out a new issue. So that's the question. And I don't think anybody's answered it right. I see it's not Shashan. It's not Shashan goes by Lily. No.
It is a female team member though.
A female team member. Oh,
Oh,
Sir Dorn, got it. It's Stephanie Rico. If you guys don't know, I'm sure you've chatted with Steph in our either on our chat or our support box. Steph's been with us for probably 2-3 years now, right?
yeah. Oh, she's been with us a long time. She does a great job.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned something there too that is good for sharks to know. If you don't know this already, we do have a live chat support function on the website that you guys can use as well. So, you know, you don't have to wait to go back and forth with the ticket. You can just pop on there and talk to somebody on our team. So if you haven't been using that function or you didn't even know it was there, you should check it out.
Look, I don't know who this is because they're not logged in, but it says, I just chatted with her today. She's amazing. Called her a rock star today. And then the best part about all this, because obviously Dorn won the Cash App money. Our team said, congrats, Dorn. We got your payment details on file. That's funny.
That's great.
Yeah. So if you go to the offlinesharks.com/support, you'll see our live chat there. And, you know, we make it a priority to, you know, build an awesome team that allows our sharks and our community to have a really high level of support. Not a lot of people out there are doing that, but it was one of the things that Tom and I made a priority when we were getting started because, man, we sent off so many emails to people asking questions about stuff that we bought and products. And I mean, let me know if you guys can relate to it, but never getting a response or taking a week to get a response. And there's nothing worse than just making a purchase on something and having an issue getting in or accessing something and then never getting a response in return. I mean, there's nothing worse than that. So we want to be different.
Yes, yeah, we do. I was just I saw this question in our show notes. I got a little sidetracked. It was about, I had the wrong one. That's why. Somebody asked in the group if anyone outside of Tom Garner or Scott Meisner built a website for the 9x12 business. And William, if you are on this live and you're watching, that is how Agency Growth Machine came into being. So we're doing the mailers. We got all that going on, and we thought, man, it'd be awesome if we had a website to go with this, a digital version. And that's what started the whole process of trying just about every type of solution that was out there and them sucking and not being able to do it. And so finally one day I'm telling Nick about this and he's like, dude, I'm just going to get somebody to build it for us. And so he did. He took the reins and that's how Agency Growth Machine got developed. And so we do run those two things together. That is our website for the mailer, right? So a little history there. A little history there for you.
Yep.
Cool. Well, listen, I know we want to get our guest out here as quick as possible. So I want to go through some shark shout outs. We got a member of the week I want to do real quick, and then we can get our guest out here and we can start talking SEO and local marketing. Today we're talking about SEO, boot camp, all that stuff. So you guys are going to love that. So let me share my screen. Because this week, I mean, this is amazing. This week, we had over $30,000 in closed business by sharks this past week. And if you guys remember from the week before that, we had just over 24,000. So that's like almost that's a little over half of 6 figures, right? Like in 2 weeks. It's amazing. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. So let's talk about these shout outs. First of all, we have Zach Hansen, and I tried to make this bigger, but it wouldn't let me do it. But what you can do so you can follow along is if you go to offlinesharks.com /shoutouts right here, go to this link. You'll see this new post in the Facebook group. Just give like a heck yeah, congratulations, way to go to all the winners. Get on there, make a comment, because if you make a comment, that's another way we give away some Cash App money, right, Nick?
Yeah, we're going to pick one of the comments or maybe a couple of them at the end of the live stream at random and just give you some Cash App money just for participating with us. But that's some serious numbers, Tom. I mean, 30,000 this week. You guys hit the like button on the live stream too. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, and what's crazy about that is, so we have 10 people in the shout outs this week. Only 8 of them mentioned the money involved. So it's actually more than that, right? We can only go by what people put in their posts when they share their wins. So, but based on that, really, really awesome. So back to the shout outs. So Zachary said his appointment setter started last week and he set up 2 new appointments. He sold another annual membership for his AGM at $97. Congratulations, Zachary. That is awesome. Our next shout out goes to Wendy. Wendy sold 2 ads so far for her mailer. That's really awesome. Those first few ones are the most exciting, I think. The most exciting. Devin Buse, he's doing a mailer as well. Been posting a lot about it in the group. He sold an 850 spot and upgraded a 650 spot to 700. And he's been sharing a lot of his scripts, his messages, his tactics. So check out Devin's post on that if you're doing a mailer or looking to do one. That's really good stuff in there. Casey Carlson. So Casey, who has just been crushing it in the group lately, I saw her post. It was a great post. She closed a monthly client package for $799 setup and $600 a month. So $799 setup, $598 a month. She sold a nonprofit basic website. So a website for a nonprofit company for $2,500. She got a single email campaign set up at $800. She sold 5 coupon mailer ads on her consumer card, $9.95 each, and 3 mailer ads sold on a business-to-business card at $6.95 each. So those are amazing numbers. Way to go, Casey. It's fantastic. Marcus Toller sold another digital ad spot. Marcus has been posting a lot of wins in there as well. Our friend from New Zealand, Richard Cronin, he secured a 3 website builds at between $2,500 and $4,000 a piece, plus 2 $250 a month retainer services to look after the sites. So that's amazing. Congratulations, Richard.
That's like life. I mean, seriously, life-changing amount of income. Two $2,500 per month customers.
3 between 2,500 and 4,000. So there's a couple different ones in there, but 3 and then 2 at $250 a month.
Damn.
Yeah. So he made on the low end, he made 7,500 plus another 500 each month. I mean, that's really good on the low end. But I suspect it was more than that because one of those is probably a 4,000. And
he's off of those deals alone, he's pretty much going for the Megalodon shark. Seriously, 6 figures, pretty much off of those clients alone. And Richard, for those of you that don't know, Richard has, I think he's got like 28 AGM sites. Just because he got a little ambitious in the beginning, but he's got like 3 of them. He's got like 3 of them right now that he's just actively. He's got appointment setters. He's monetizing, and that's how he got those deals, which is super inspiring.
Yeah, really awesome. Our next shout out goes to Jason. Jason Reuter closed a very busy local auto repair shop to take drone footage for them. That's a great service. Awesome. Mike Wilson I love that small business rescue squad shirt he's sporting there. He secured a local mechanic for social media management. It was a $299 setup and $300 a month. Our friend Jocelyn Wing, who we had on the agency growth machine coaching call last week. So if you're an agency growth machine member and you haven't went into your members area and looked at the recordings, we did a great hot seat with Jocelyn. Was amazing seeing what she's doing and the success she's had, what getting some traction with her local marketing business has allowed her to do. So it was a really great training call. If you haven't watched it, it's in your AGM members area. You should go there and check it. But Jocelyn sold 2 spots for 3 months. So she sold spots for 3 months for her 9x12 mailer and a sales funnel to go with it, $1,000 each funnel. I mean, that's amazing. And she secured a realtor for 3 months and Medicare insurance. So they're going to advertise for she'll 2 spots over 3 months. I mean, that's a good deal. She's doing $500 a spot. That's $3,000 right there, right? Plus, they got a sales funnel to go with it, $1,000 for each funnel. So great job, Jocelyn.
Yeah, and she also mentioned that her if you're on the AGM call, you know that she shared some really like heartfelt information about because of what she's been doing, she's able to take this trip with her family and her kids coming up here. And in her post about this recent win, she was like, "We're gonna have a good trip. The boys are gonna love it." And that was like, I mean, it's really amazing to see that.
Yeah, really, really awesome. And then our final shout out goes to Bruce. Bruce secured 2 web pages and a monthly video subscription deposit of $1,175 received. So congratulations. Awesome job to all of our shout out people today. This is, I think, a really important thing week in and week out that we do these shout outs. And you'll notice that these people are from all different areas. They're all, they all do different services. They all have different things going on, and yet they're all having success because they're taking action. And our point with sharing this with the rest of you is, look, take some action. Like, you can do this too. Look at all the other people that are doing it as well. So awesome job, everybody. Congratulations on the Shark shoutouts. Make sure you go to this link, offlinesharks.com shoutouts, and we'll give away some Cash App money on that post at the end of the stream. One other thing I want to do here, and then we're going to bring out our guest, is I want to get our member of the week. I want to do our member of the week. So let me find this image here.
I know who it is.
Every week we name a member of the week, right? Somebody who's being a good steward of our community, that's stepping up. We send them some special Offline Shark swag. So this week, our member of the week, and if you could just blow up their Facebook timeline for him, say congratulations. Our member of the week this week is Mr. Mike Wilson for his innovative way to spark up a discussion with a business owner to land a new client for social media management. So if you haven't seen that post, you should go in the group and find it, because Mike shared a really unique way to do that, i.e. the Small Business Rescue Squad merch. He used the shirt to get the conversation going. So a really awesome post. Mike, congratulations. You are member of the week. Thought I forgot the graphic there, didn't you?
No.
I know you did.
I have that same blue Small Business Rescue Squad shirt with me out here.
Me too.
I wear it around. People, that thing is when I wear my hoodie or my shirt and I'm walking around, I get a lot. I don't know why. I think it gets a lot of attention because people always want to read it. They don't know what it says right away. But like when you're walking by them, it's like you have to read it. You can't not read it, right? And,
well, is it the shirt or is it because you're not wearing pants?
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
Oh, you're getting the attention, Nick.
No, I'm telling you, the shirt, the hoodie, the brand, it's very like it's peacocks, man. It peacocks. It draws the attention. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. And Mike, I mean, did a great job. He used it as an opener with that business and landed some customers. So yeah, awesome. Well, I want to get our guest out here.
because he's been patiently waiting in the background. And I know you guys have questions about SEO. We're going to talk a little bit about SEO. He has a new software that came out a day or two ago that we've been talking about in our emails, and we put together some bonuses for if you picked it up. So I know you guys are going to love this. And I have to show this. I loaded this in because I thought this image was so great from the Facebook group. Like, I had to use it when we were bringing our guests out. I told Nick before the live, I was like, if America had to depend on us to defend it, it would be all over.
Oh, man.
Look at that picture.
Oh, man.
Oh, your mustache is so great. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
The mustache is looking, yeah, risque.
Yeah. Anyway,
Who,
I spotted it, Captain. Page 1. Oh, that's great.
Who's interested about talking about SEO today?
Yeah, and you'll see our guest, our special guest, is in the middle there. The man, the myth, the legend, the guy that I couldn't believe this, Nick, did a 3.4 mile run before his launch at a 9-minute and 19-second pace. A 9-minute and 19-second pace, 3.4 miles before the launch. It was awesome. Mr. Joshua Zamora. How's it going, Josh?
It's going great. Thank you. It took me a while to get to that pace, man. It took about a year and a half. And I run with a friend of mine sometimes, and he runs an 8-minute pace for like 3 miles. And I'm like,
Oh my
man,
God.
I have to keep up with him because I can't let him, beat me.
Yeah, well,
So-
yeah. No,
so
you
I'm
can't.
dead by the end of it.
Yeah, well, I noticed the pace because I run about an 18-minute pace, and the other day I went on a run and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna run for I forget what I said, like 10 minutes or something. And I took off running and I was like, oh man, God, I'm starting to get tired. And I was like, well, I've probably been running for, I got to be getting close to 10 minutes. And I looked down and I'd been running for like 2 minutes. I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble.
Tom, it's one of the perks of living on East Coast time, man, before your launch,
Yeah.
If you have a launch and you launch on Eastern time and you live in Hawaii, you have to wake up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
three or 4 in the morning we're up for those.
It's rough.
It is
But
rough.
for the record, I would totally wear that shirt that you guys showed at the beginning.
We're gonna have to get you one.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Yeah, send you one. They're great.
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
get you one. Well,
And they're
guys,
awesome.
I wanted to ask everybody here with us who's currently doing SEO. Put a one in the chat if you're doing SEO. Maybe you might be doing it for your own business, your own website. You might be doing it as a service, selling it to people, which they go kind of hand in hand. But I'm curious how many people are doing it. And if you're not, let us know that you're not. And if you have questions, let us know if you have questions about what search engine optimization is, because we're going to try to jump back and get to all those questions. But I always like to get a good read about who's actually doing what we're talking about, who's curious, who's on the fence, who wants to know a little bit more. And I see a lot of ones.
And I do have to say, it's amazing all the different types of services that your members are selling. It's amazing. Drone footage, that's amazing. $250 a month just to oversee the site. That's like literally you're just
Sure.
getting paid to check in on the site every now and then. That's awesome.
Yep. We got a bunch of hungry sharks in here. So Guy said he's just starting with SEO as a service. John says he's not, but he wants to. John, what's holding you back? What are you curious about it? Or what are you curious about? Richard says he's trying to do SEO. Want to know more? Well, let's give a little background real quick about how all of this came about and the search engine optimization. Actually, Josh sent a referral our way for a Cuban sandwich restaurant, right? The Cuban sandwich? Yeah.
I think it was is it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was a Latin American. It's just in the Keys, so I was thinking it was a seafood spot. But yeah, it's a Cuban spot in the Keys.
So here's the story though. So my team helped me build it, so I'm not too into the project myself, but you sent them over to us. They wanted a website. We built them a website. What's the next logical step for us to do, being the marketing company that we are, everyone? We got them on some recurring services, right? And when I say we got them on, we are able to help this business get more business by offering this service to them. So it's very valuable to them. I mean, of course, here in Offline Sharks, we talk about, getting retainers and, cashing checks and making money and all that stuff. And it's exciting here. But at the end of the day, we do deliver a lot of value, and it's worth it to these businesses. So I'm not sure how much. I'll have to look, but probably somewhere around $1,000 a month, which is our base SEO retainer. So thank you for that customer.
Nice, no problem, man.
And that service that I want to just kind of bring around for everybody is like search engine optimization. In short, is the ability to get a website or a blog higher up in Google for different search terms. I mean, that's all it is, right? Like if you're looking to go to a Cuban restaurant and you type into Google Cuban restaurant near me, and you own a Cuban restaurant, you're going to want to appear at the top. And there are certain things that you can do to make sure that you appear at the top or try to work your way up. And that's search engine optimization. And so Josh has a tool that really helps you to, I would say,
nice,
leapfrog some of the most difficult parts about search engine optimization. So maybe you could give everybody a little background about how that tool came about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I saw someone just put a comment that they ate La Carreta yesterday. And the funny story about that is my father-in-law has been the chef at La Carreta here in Miami. La Carreta, just so you guys know, is one of the most popular Cuban restaurants here in Miami. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Someone ate there. My father-in-law wasn't working there for about a couple months. He got a little sick, but he's been working there for 30 years. And during the time that he's been sick, we've been enjoying his food because he'll come over and cook. So pretty cool there. But besides that, I mean, the way that this tool came about, I mean, it's actually, it's a tool that we've had since, I want to say 2016. And it's just evolved in so many different ways to where we are now. It was a completely different name before this. And as the years have gone by, we've wanted to simplify it every single time, every single year with the suggestions of our members. And that's kind of where we are now. So way back when we first released this tool, it was called Social Robot. And it was a downloadable tool. People had to install it on their computer, and they had to pretty much do everything, the technical side of it. Okay. And if people are brand new to SEO, this stuff can kind of sound confusing, but you pretty much had to create accounts, buy CAPTCHAs, pay for proxies, and pretty much just let your computer run for hours on end while it, did all this automation for you. And at the end of the day, it was worth it because once all that automation was done, for the most part, you can go in, load up a site or a video that you wanted to get ranked, and boom, you would get first page rankings using, automated social syndication. But then, the years gone by, and then, technology is advancing, and we're always looking to stay on top of the technology and continue to provide a good product to our customers. So what we decided to do was eliminate, number one, take it web-based, because, these days it's, kind of historic ages to, find SEO services that you have to download and install. So we wanted to eliminate that and make it simpler so people could just use their web browser. And we wanted to eliminate all that other technical stuff as well, so that just in case someone who's brand new to SEO does want to use our tool, they don't have to go through that learning curve of, the technical side of it. So that's kind of how we ended up where we are now with Done For You Suite. Is we've eliminated all the technical stuff. We've taken it web-based. And now we've actually in version 3.0 as of this week. So even Done For You Suite as the rebranded version has gone through multiple different changes. And kind of that's where we're at now, where we continue to make it easier, faster, and better for our users to go in there, submit campaigns, and get first page rankings pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, well, Josh, I really liked the way you guys simplified the campaign creation process in the new version. I also think the addition of all the sites are can you do up to, there's 1,000 sites in the network now, right? Which is crazy. And not just the wiki sites and the web, like there's Web 2.0, there's social syndication, there's the wiki sites, there's also you've added some blog, like a blog network to the thing, which I think is really great. And then also the ability to get the content created and do all that stuff in multiple languages. Like that was, I saw somebody ask that. Somebody asked this question, will it work in the Netherlands as well? And so it's like there's like oh, go ahead, Josh.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, there's just like a drop down box. It's so simple. You just like click the drop down box, select your language, and you're off to the races. So really great. And the video embed, and then I know one of the upgrades is an indexing thing. So I mean, it's a really sharp tool that they've put together for you guys. Yeah,
and we've also integrated Create into there as well. That's, it allows you to have the AI content tied to your campaigns. But the cool thing too as well is that the PBN side of it that we added to it, a lot of the domains that we found for that was with my other tool, Done For You Authority. So a lot of my tools all play a role in each other, and then we have Create integrated into there. So it's a nice little web that we have integrated in with each other.
Yeah, well, and I like the way inside the dashboard you can click and see the authority of the network. So you actually show them the domain rankings and the page rankings. Like you can see like what the mixture is of that overall, the sites and the network and stuff, and so transparent. Like because sometimes you just wonder like, are these any good, right? But you have a lot of great sites and links in there. So.
Yeah, and that's, the good thing is with my tools is a lot of the improvements that we make to it are from the users, which is the best kind of improvements you can make. So I would say about 90% of the improvements that we make are based on user suggestions. And one of them was that, the network info. We got that question so many times. Can we get more information on that? So we built, an entire, page for that inside of the members area.
What I love about it and what I'm hearing is that you've had this tool for a few years now, and you've continued to innovate it. You've made it better and better and better. And, not a lot of people do that, right? A lot of people, they come to the market and they create something and then they kind of disappear. But I really like how you've been able to integrate the different things that you've created in the past and how they all kind of work together, because, with Create, you can create the content, right? You can create content. And you can get, that's a big piece of SEO, is having relevant content on your website. But for those of you that don't know what social syndication is, actually, we don't have time on this live, but would you guys be interested if I maybe shot a YouTube video about social syndication in general and how, like, my take on it? Because I've been doing social syndication, like building these networks for years. It's one of the ways that I got my personal website ranked to the top for like Hawaii SEO. If you guys would be interested in that, I'll be down to shoot a video and publish it on my YouTube channel, probably Sunday this weekend. And I'll break it down for you just to explain, but the inner workings of it, because it can get pretty in depth. But in short, what it is basically, you can share your website or pages of your website or sections of your website, blog posts, to a network. So like, let's say I publish an article on my website. And in most cases, for most people, that's all that happens, right? They publish an article on their site and they just hope that people are going to show up. They hope that people are going to appear. They hope that they're going to get some traffic. But what we've found is that you need to do a little more than that, right? You need to give your content some legs, as we like to say. And one of the ways that we've been able to do that is by, and this is the old school way, creating a Tumblr page, creating a Pinterest account, creating a WordPress blog, a separate WordPress blog, creating these other different websites, Web 2.0s, things like that. And when we publish that article on our website, we share it on all those platforms, which to Google will give whatever you're sharing a signal of popularity and authority. And especially if you have what Josh has, is these high quality PBNs and websites that are in that network. So if you have high powered websites that are sharing your content, then Google's just going to look at that more and see that you're more popular for whatever it is that you're sharing. So that's pretty much what it is. So think about if you share anything on your website, you have a way to really make it amplify in a lot of ways. And the old school ways, you had to set all that up. But maybe you could talk about how your software is different, how it solves that problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And I still remember the days of doing it manually myself.
Yeah,
I mean, man, you know, working on niche sites, the way I would do it was I would install, you know, a social plugin on my website. So it could be easier. I could just go to the blog post as soon as I published it, and then just click on all the social, the social buttons from the social plugin and share it, boom, and then go and do it all manually on the other sites.
That might even be before my day, man. I mean, it was still difficult. And when I was doing it, like I still have clients that I created a social syndication network and put all that information, like the login, the access, the URLs, all those profiles in a spreadsheet. And sometimes, like I have these SEO clients for a long time. Sometimes I'll have to go back and pull that spreadsheet up just so I can gain access to these networks and like try to reconnect shit and make it like happen still with like duct tape. But that's the old days. So
yeah, absolutely. And the good thing about SEO as well is that for the most part, it's a very basic process. You can always go back to the basics. You know, there's some small changes obviously that Google does that you have to adapt to, but for the most part, you always have that base, you know, that the basics, the keyword research, the optimization, and the backlinking. You know, that is just at the end of the day, you can always rely on those basics. But pretty much we have simplified everything. So, you know, what you and I used to do manually, people don't have to do that. They don't have to create accounts at all. You know, we used to have to go and either use, you know, a downloadable software to create these accounts automatically, or if, you know, for people that didn't have that budget, you'd have to do it manually. And then, you know, when you do it manually, you can only do it so much because, you know, obviously it takes time. And then obviously anytime you actually go and syndicate whatever it is that you're looking to get traffic to these new accounts that you just made, you also have the right content to go along with it to post on these third-party sites. You know, if you're posting on a WordPress site or a Blogger site or Tumblr, that you still have to post some content with it. You know, you can't just go and share a URL. You know, some for Facebook and things like that you can, but for these other sites, you actually have to tie at least a little bit of content to it as well. So we eliminate that process as well. People don't have to write or supply any content unless they want to. You know, there are those very particular clients that are really anal about the content that you put out there for them, even if it's just for ranking purposes. I remember we used to have clients that they wanted to see everything that was being published about them, you know, and it's mostly the, you know, the attorney clients, the doctor clients, the one that really value their, you know, online image. So what we used to do for them was we would charge them a little extra to write content, and then we would just tell them, all right, you can go ahead and approve this, and then we'll publish it for you. But either way, I'm getting off on a tangent here. We take care of the content for people. Literally all people have to do is go in and like Tom said, we've simplified the way that you submit a campaign. So there's 3 tabs, and on each tab there's 3 options per tab, and it literally takes like 15 seconds for people to go in and submit the URLs they want to get traffic for, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing else for people to do to be able to leverage the syndication process without doing any of that other extra stuff. You don't even really need to fully understand how it works. You know, you just need to be able to go in, fill out the 3 boxes on each tab, and that's it.
Yeah, it's super easy. And just so people know, if you want to create your own custom content, you can do that as well. So you can, there's just one little button you click, and then if you want to add your own, you know, your own content that you've created, you can do that, or you can just let the software do that for you as well. Hey, one thing I wanted to address here real quick, because we talked a little bit about the technical side of it, but I saw Jacqueline ask this question in the comment. She said, so SEO is worrying for clients who are just coming out of COVID-19 lockdowns. It's a monthly commitment when people don't know what is likely to happen to business going forward. How do you tackle that worry for business? And Jacqueline, So I saw that. I wanted to bring this up because I think that's a valid question you're asking, right? I'm sure
For
a lot
sure.
of people are thinking about that as well. But here's something that has taken me a really long time to truly start to understand, and I think it really relates to your question, and that is the idea that you're not trying to sell something to everyone. You're trying to find specific people that need what it is you're selling. You're not trying to sell to every single person you talk to. And what I mean by that is there are a lot of businesses that have this very thought process that you've laid down in this comment. They are not your ideal clients. They're like probably like that's probably a red flag. If somebody says that to you, I would probably not be interested in bringing them on as a client because they're probably going to be a hassle, right? Always worried about whether they're up, down, the money of it. Like those are not things that we look for in good clients. So what you should be doing right now is trying to find those people that understand the opportunity that they have because everyone else is thinking this way. There are a select few businesses out there that will realize when you point out to them that everyone else is scared to do this. So there's an opportunity in the marketplace for you to be able to take over this channel because others are too scared to do it. And if they have the budget and they understand that thought process, they're a good client for you to work with, right? So I would say the answer to your question is don't try to sell to everybody. Try to find those ideal people that get it, right? And if they don't get it, move on to the next person. It may take you a little longer, but you're going to have a better client relationship. You're going to enjoy it more, and they're going to be less of a hassle in the end. So I just wanted to address that because I think that is a common thought process, but that would be my advice on how to handle that.
No, it's a really good. I mean, you said that really well, Tom, and it's a really good point. For every business that is struggling with COVID or doesn't know about SEO or doesn't want to do SEO, there are 5 more that do. And I can give you an example. I literally just took this screenshot from my email, and what you'll see is Adriana, my project manager, talking to a customer who was interested in pay-per-click, and we ran like a trial. We were going to do some ads for them, and they were going to pay for the ad spend, but we wanted to try to drum up some business. And the ads didn't work out so well. But you can see in this image, this is just this morning. He says, "I want to go back to SEO. I want to stick with SEO for another 6 months or so." And the only reason I'm showing you this is to let you know that like there are other businesses out there, like Tom said, right? Not everybody is going to want it, need it, see the value in it. But the idea is to really focus on the people that do. And if you're not able to get in front of those people right now, then just keep trying.
Yeah, a business mentor of mine explained it in a way that I finally got. He was talking about how you want your prospect, the person that you want to work with, right? When they're if they were walking down the street and they came across your solution, you want them to turn around and go, "Oh my God, this is exactly what I've been looking for." Like, imagine when somebody does that, there's no selling involved, right? Because they go, "Oh my God, this is exactly what I've been looking for." Like, they just go, "How much is it?" And if they can afford it, they buy it, right? Like, it's such a subtle thing. And I think that's why it's been so hard for my little brain to kind of grasp it and really start to realize the full impact of it. But there is a subtle difference there that's massive in the way you approach things and results you get. And Richard, I popped in the comments there as well. It ranks anything. So, you can use YouTube videos, and Josh, I think you're even getting ready to add Vimeo videos as well, right?
We added that already. So in the video embed, so they can submit Vimeo as well.
Yep, and it embeds them in the posts and things like that. But yeah, you don't have to do videos or any of that. Like, you can do just straight websites, you can do blog posts, you can do directories, anything. It works for all of them. So
you can submit Google My Business listings as well. And one thing, obviously, with sites, it depending on if it's a brand new site or an older site, I always, recommend just doing the longer drip feed, just to be, just to be a little safe. You never know how if Google wants to wake up and be temperamental and make some big changes. But just if you're doing YouTube videos, I always leave the drip feed as the lowest setting. But we do have that option for you guys to be able to drip feed all the way up to 21 days.
Yeah, you guys, you're asking all these questions about GMB press releases. Think any page or anything that can be indexed into Google, this would be able to drive more authority to it. So
I like that. Someone asked about submitting press releases. That's really,
it's a good idea.
Really cool there. Yeah, that's a great idea.
So we have a lot of really, really good questions, Tom, that I think I want to try to answer a bunch of them kind of rapid fire. But I think
I'll let you do it.
Before we do it, maybe we could just talk about our bonus real quick, because I mean, obviously Josh has a awesome special right now for the launch of 3.0 right now, but we wanted to sweeten things up a little bit like we usually do. So could you tell them a little bit about that, and then I'll run through as many questions as I can.
Yes. So let me pull it up here. I forgot to do that. Let me pull it up. I just put the link you'll see scrolling across the bottom there. If you want to check out our bonus package, you go to offlinesharks.com/done-for-you sweet deal. And I'm going to share my screen real quick and just run through this real fast for you guys. And then we'll let Nick get to some questions. So a couple of things in here. So first off, one of the bonuses you get when you pick this up through our link is a product that Nick and I, it's actually one of the first products Nick and I put out. It's called Fast Cash Website Audits. And somebody mentioned using Done For You Suite as a foot in the door. Well, Fast Cash Website Audits was our process. It was our foot in the door service for bringing on SEO clients. And we still use it to this day. It's a strategy that is evergreen. It worked then, it works now, it's going to work into the future. And basically, the process is we do these audits of someone's website, and through those audits, we're able to talk to them about what they need, what we can do for them, how we can help them. We've done the audits for free. We also show you in Fast Cash Website Audits how we charge for them. So we did them for free for a while. Then we started charging $250 to $500. So you can actually make money while you're selling them on what they need to do, right? The audit itself can be an activity-based service that you can perform for your clients to get a feeling of where they're going. So a lot of times now when we first bring a client on, the first thing we do is say, well, where you should start is we should do an audit. So, that's $500. We're going to do an audit. That'll help us map out the plan we need for you. So that bonus alone is worth picking this up. But you also get some other stuff. You also get how to properly craft SEO reports. It's a training by Nick. You get some in the trenches trainings. If you don't know about our in the trenches trainings from our private membership, the Shark Alliance, these are trainings that Nick does that are based off his interactions with clients in his agency on a daily basis. So oftentimes we record conversations, we screenshot emails, but like you'll see that what the client says, what we said in return, and that way you can see their sales process ones or support. There's all kinds of ones. Anyway, they're really, really great. You don't find them anywhere else, so you get those. It's a live sales call of a $10,000 a year SEO client. Plus, you get our 6-month SEO blueprint. So you can see in Fast Cash Website Audits, right? Like the website audit, the Google My Business audit, the citations audit, the link audits, a review audit, a social media audit. So a competition audit, how to present your audit. So even if SEO is not your thing, if you do social media, if you do reputation, these audits are a fantastic way to sell those services and get your foot in the door, right?
Somebody asked that specific question, Tom. Somebody said, I'd like to see how to get use done for you
as a foot in the door. This is it.
First you get your foot in the door with an audit. You can do the audit for free. Reach out to a business and say, hey, I looked you up online. I can't really find your website for anything related to your business, but I saw you have a website. Look, I'll do this audit for you and tell you what you need to do to fix your website and to show up higher in Google. You just do the audit and you send it to them. And that audit is designed for them to be like, holy shit, my website doesn't rank. I don't know how to fix this stuff. Can you fix it for me? And you say, sure, it costs $500. You follow the checklist, the training and the audit, and then you sell them on monthly retainer services for SEO. You use Done For You Suite 3.0 to help you rank their website long term, and you get a monthly retainer. That's how you combine those two things together.
Yeah. And by the way, these bonuses are delivered instantly. All you have to do is you click on any of these green buttons on our bonus page, and that will allow you to pick it up through our link, and your bonuses will be delivered once you purchase. If you have any issues with that, you can always reach out to Steph at our support desk, offlinesharks.com/support. But yeah, those are our bonuses. It's a really great bonus package. And, this just the fast cash website audits alone is a great complement to what you get with Done For You Suite. But the other stuff is good as well, too. So, all right.
That's a perfect fit bonus there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Those audits are really it's an evergreen strategy. Like Tom said, that's one of our first things that we ever taught. But it's not. It's always going to be relevant. Looking at somebody's presence online, like that's information. That course and training, fast cash website audits, it's not software, it's information, and you're always going to be able to point that out to businesses and get paid in the process. So somebody said, James said, everyone does audits for free. People won't want to pay money for that, will they? James, you'd be surprised. Tom and I used to do the audits for free all the time, and you can do it for free to get your foot in the door. But oftentimes when you start getting some business coming in, people are going to want you to do SEO. And one of the first things you can do when someone wants you to do SEO, you can say, because you have to do this anyway, you're going to say, look, I have to look at what your business is doing. I don't know how competitive your market is. Let me do a little audit for you, and I'll come back and give you some information on what I think it would do to take you to get you to where you want to go. We do these little audits. It's $500. Like, you don't always need to do a free audit. You can get paid. Trust me. We've
Well, and this ties directly back to what we said before about finding the right people to work with. We used the audits and still do use the audits as a way to pre-qualify people and see, are they really going to be a great client for us? Like, it's not just about whether they're willing to pay what we charge. Like, that's only one aspect. Like, we also, as Nick likes to say, we want to work with cool people, right, Nick? We want to work with 100%. Cool people. So the audit process is a way. One, we know, like, if they're gonna lay down $250 to $500 for the audit, they're serious. So we pre-qualified them. They're serious. They are a hot prospect, right? They're serious. I'm probably going to turn into a long-term paying client. Second, as we go through the audit process, we get a feeling for what it's like to work with them. They can ask questions. We can ask questions. We can show them, like, we can hear their responses when we go through the audit about this or that or why it's this way. And like, that's a lot of opportunity to really root out red flags and see, is the person going to be like, are they going to be a great client? Am I going to love working with this person? Are they cool? Or am I going to be 2 months down the road dreading talking to this person, even though they're paying me? Like, I know a lot of times it seems like it's just, it can be hard to separate the money from things, but it's not just about the money. It's also about building a type of business that you enjoy, working with people that you enjoy working with. So,
and I just want to add something real quick. All it takes is going through one experience with a bad client like that for your mindset to shift and just be like, man, I have to start filtering clients a lot better, because they can really drain your energy and make you just want to go hide in a corner somewhere, man. It's just like, and one thing you can do as well is you can position it in a way where that audit payment could be a credit towards their first month retainer fee, just to kind of give them some goodwill, be like, oh, okay, I paid for that, but it's, it's a credit for the first month, a discount on the first month.
That's a great strategy, Josh. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So Steve is saying, are PBNs not considered to be black hat? Sorry if this has been answered. So Steve, not all of the networks or the sites in what Josh's tool does are PBNs. A lot of them are Web 2.0s, but you do have some PBNs in there, right, Josh? Maybe you can speak to that question a little bit.
Yeah. So we did add about 150 to 200 sites over the last couple months, specifically for PBNs. And again, a lot of those domains as well came from Done For You Authority. So Done For You Authority is our we built pretty much our own tool that finds quality expired domains. So we found a lot of those in there. And then, my partner set it all. He's the whiz behind setting up the PBNs and all that stuff. So, he set all of that up, and he not only is the domain quality, but the way he set it up is, pretty good setup that he has.
Yeah, and I think what Josh is saying is that, or Steve's concern is, are PBNs considered black hat? Some will say it's black hat. Some will say it's a gray area. Steve, you have to ask yourself this question anytime you're doing search engine optimization, and anytime you're doing a strategy. You have to think about what does it look like in terms of Google? Like, what does Google see? So a PBN, without getting crazy on everybody here, is like, if my website, Nick Ponte, like I stop paying the bill for the domain, that website has a lot of people that are linking to it. There's a lot of authority. It already ranks really high. If I stop paying the bill, that domain is going to go, it's going to be expired. It's going to go to what's called an auction, and anybody can buy that website. Anybody can buy it. They can buy that domain. They can build a website on it, and they immediately have all of the link juice that's pointing to that site historically, because all those sites that are sending me links, they don't know that my domain is expired. They don't go to all their blog posts where they're mentioning my website with links and change those links. So if you go buy an expired domain and you build a new website and you harness that authority, is that really black hat? I mean, that's the way the internet works. It's really black hat when, people start doing like anything outside of that. Anything outside of that is when it gets black hat. So, and that's pretty much what you have here, right? Right, Josh? These types of
yeah, absolutely, and yeah, I mean, just like you said, I mean, PBNs got a lot of bad attention when they were just starting out, because everyone was using them. They were using them to rank all kinds of sites, everything, so they still carry that that image pretty much. But you can use PBNs, like you said, the right way, and really get some good results.
Yeah. So let's see. Somebody asked, what tools do you use to find expired abandoned domains? Done for you authority, one of Josh's other tools. Somebody said the bonuses did not automatically come through. He sent in a ticket. Okay, Josh, you have a support team that's there helping stand by. So people have questions, they don't get access, they send your team a support ticket, and you guys are on it.
Yeah, we are on it.
Yeah, if your issue is with the bonuses, though, you need to contact our support team if it's for our bonuses. So
somebody asked if our bonuses are already in the Shark Alliance members area, and I think the audit is in the elite members area.
Yeah, if you're a Shark Alliance member, you also have an additional training, like especially if you're an elite member, a Shark Alliance elite member, we have the local SEO Shark Academy. So if you've gone through the local SEO Shark Academy, but you're not sure like how to generate links and do all that stuff, like Done For You Suite 3.0 is a great addition to that stuff you learned in there. So even more information there.
This is a really good question here. I know a lot of people are probably asking this one. What if you already own Done For You Suite 2.0? Do you need the full funnel?
That's a great question. Number one, if you already have credits, you're good to go. We already released all the 3.0 features. If you didn't purchase any of the upgrades when you purchased 2.0, then you can go back, revisit them, and pick some up if you want to. We didn't. The upgrades are pretty much the same as in 2.0. So if you already purchased those, then you're good to go. But yeah, if you're a 2.0 member or even a 1.0 member and you have credits, or you're one of our monthly users that gets credits every month, you're good to go. All the upgrades are free.
So the way it works, you guys, is you're already upgraded, but it's on a credit system. So with the new credit, the new innovation and the new technology that they've strapped into 3.0, if you're already a member, you want to go back and take a look. You'll probably be using it a little more. And right now you can get more credits during the launch for a special price, right? Is that how many credits can they get on the front end for that? For how much?
Right now, they can get 2,500 credits. And I was talking to my partner earlier, and we might be doing a double credits bonus for the weekend. So if they get in, just keep an eye out for an announcement for that. So you might be getting double credits. It might be 5,000 credits that you can get for the discount that we're doing right now. And then if you get the upgrade, then you can lock in that discount and get those credits every single month.
Nice. And so with 2,500 credits, like how much syndication does that get me?
So like it's up to 2,500 links. So it's very simple. One credit is one link that we build for you, and then they're in full control of how many links they can send to each URL. So that's nice. They can control that.
So here's a good test for everybody that's like curious, right? You're curious and you want to see how to do this. What I would recommend that you do is, if you don't have a website, or maybe you have a website, go set one up. If you already have one, get the tool, do a little mild test, right? Use the tool to syndicate some content out on the network, and monitor your rankings. For those of you that don't have a way to monitor your rankings, there's a tool out there that's called SERP Robot, and it's free. They have a free version, and you can put your website in there, and then you can put all the keywords that you want to track being ranked for in Google, and you can make sure you put like all the keywords that you're trying to rank for, and then go run a syndication on the Done For You suite, and you'll be able to track that over the next couple of weeks, and you'll see your rankings start to go up. And I think you guys will be pretty surprised at how powerful that stuff is. This guy already says that he's out of credits.
Power user there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, Josh, we really appreciate. Oh, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, and then one of our other upgrades as well is My Video Spy, which is more of the to get video rankings and use live events. Inside of there, we have a built-in rank tracker for videos. So if anyone's interested on the video side.
Nice. And it sounds like we already have. You guys, let me know who is currently a Done For You suite member or user. Let me know in the comments, just so everybody else that's here could get a good idea on how many people. I mean, I'm already like this guy that's out of credits. I know there are a lot of you there, but I want other people to know that there are sharks that are doing this too, and it's a good tool. And you want to see that, right? You want to know when people are following that type of strategy. Amazing. And so also, you guys, I am going to shoot that video for you, YouTube video. I'm going to release it on Sunday. It's going to be a little deeper dive into how syndication works, like what a network looks like, my thought process behind it, and how I've leveraged it for the last couple of years to build my agency into the SEO company it is. And SEO, these monthly retainers that we're talking about that you can sell with this tool, this tool will really help you to do it. I would say that makes up about 60 to 75% of our monthly revenue in our agency. And the way that we sell it, we have a 50 to 70% margin. And when I was like a one-man show, it was definitely a 75% margin. I have a little lower margin now because I have an office and employees and people that are there. So I take a little bit of that margin away. But look, I'm in New York right now. I've been on the road for a month, and that business has been growing, and we've been getting people in. So, at the end of the day, that's what kind of business you can build if you really kind of get into SEO and you become passionate and curious about it. So it's a great deal, great tool. Thanks for being here, Josh.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me. Your group is always amazing. Your guys' presentation is always amazing. I mean, it's inspiring to see all the success that you guys are helping people achieve. I've told you guys many times, I think you guys are probably the number one, team right now, helping so many people get results. So it's always great to be on here.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. We appreciate that. And your tools make it easy, right, for people to get success. So it's really great to be able to bring them to our community and stuff like that. Nick, before we go, we do have to do one more round of
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Cheating, bling, bling.
That's right.
No, Richard, just answer your question. You can get it, and everyone that gets it before the weekend will get the double credits.
So if they get it now, they'll get the double credits. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So our last Cash App winners, right? We asked at the beginning of the show for you to go shout out everybody that, or leave a comment on that post with the shout outs.
I wrote a comment on there too, so I'm included.
Let me pull up. Do you have it up, Tom? Who the winners are?
Hold on, I can check.
So while you guys are doing that, just so you like, I always forget to tell people how things work behind the scenes, right? So we have Shashan on our team, who's our Facebook community manager. Whenever we say to go do this, make a comment on this post, and you guys are doing that, and we're continuing on with the live streams, at the end of the show, towards the end of the show, she goes on that post and finds 2 people and picks them at random and sends us a Slack with those 2 people. So what we're doing right now is opening up Slack and seeing her comment.
Yeah, and checking her response. Shashan is what we liked, because the Facebook group is like our ocean, right? We are the shark. So Shashan is what we call the Kraken. She she lays down the law, she kicks people out that violates the rules, and she generally does all the stuff to keep the ocean fresh, clean, and fun for the rest of us. So we appreciate that, Shashan. We appreciate it. All right, so the 2 winners today are Nicole Wilson and Ray Wolfenden. So Nicole Wilson and Ray Wolfenden. If you guys just put your Cash App tags in there, somebody from the team will reach out to you. If not, we'll get you taken care of. So congratulations on winning that Cash App money.
I'll do something fun, and I'll double their winnings. I'll send you guys the money. I'll double it.
What? Wow.
Oh.
Man,
so
awesome.
Nick, send me your Cash App, and I'll send you double.
it's Offline Sharks. If anybody else wants to donate any money to the cause too.
Hey,
awesome.
I have one last thing, Nick, before I forgot to do this earlier before we came on. But just so you guys know, I just want to remind everybody that right now we're running a $2,000 cash contest in the group. So we're going to give away $1,000 to first place, second to $650 to second, $350 to third. There's a post in the group with this image with all the details, but basically it's just you repurposing some of our content. We're going to pick some winners and we're going to announce those on June the 4th. But I just wanted to remind everybody, if you're not in on that contest, look in the Facebook group, find it so you can check it out. And Josh, man, thanks again.
Yeah, no problem. Everyone have a great weekend.
Yeah. Nick, anything you want to say before we slide out of here?
Just go to the link, you guys, offlinesharks.com/done-for-you-sweet-deal. Go ahead and look at our bonuses. The launch, when's the launch end, Josh?
On Monday. Monday at midnight. Sorry, my daughter's about to barge in.
Monday at midnight.
Yeah.
And the price is going to go up. So you'll want to go check that out right now. You get all of our bonuses and everything that you see on that page there. And then, of course, on Sunday, I'll have a video releasing on my YouTube channel about social syndication. So keep an eye out.
Awesome. Everybody stay safe out there. Practice Aloha. We'll see you next Friday on the Aloha Marketing Jam Session.
You've been listening to the Sharks Live Show, your weekly local marketing jam session. Every week, packed full of local marketing strategy, tactics, tips, and fun. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. You can stay up to date throughout the week with Nick's YouTube videos at nickponte.com/YouTube and Tom's podcast at tomgaddis.com. We'll be back here next Friday for another Sharks Live Show. Until then, aloha.